Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Mic Check Show. Today we have an elite episode with an electric topic. And have a pun for lightning. Anyways, with the season right around the corner, we have some things to discuss again. And here we are again. Another team has dropped out. It's quite disappointing to have teams dropping out of our league, especially the teams that didn't even have a chance. Well, especially the team that didn't have a chance. It's quite ridiculous how Edmonton can't keep teams. Like, Edmonton is the perfect football market. You have two CJFL teams in the Wildcats and the Huskies. So how can you keep going through team to team when you have a pipeline right there with guys? And to discuss some of these issues, we're going to talk about the Elite and the Lightning today. So starting off, we're doing the Elite since they were the first ones. And the Elite, they had everything going for it. They had sponsorships, players, guys from the States coming up to play. They had coaches. Brad was saying how great they were. Like, he was willing to drive up from Calgary to Edmonton to play for them. So that's saying a lot. It was just the Elite's management. They got in their own way and pushed players out of their organization pretty much. As a manager, you are in charge of everything. Like, your fingers pretty much in the pot. But you have to treat your players with respect. You can't treat them like shit because they're not going to play with you. There's plenty of teams for them to go to. So why stay for a team that's going to treat you like shit? So that's pretty much the end of them. Of course, there's probably more to it, but on surface, that's what it looks like. And now going to the Lightning just out of luck. They had a great plan. They had AFL experience in charge, committed players, sponsorships, and support from the community. You don't get that in big cities. If the community gets behind you, you're set up for success. Let's look at Cold Lake, Red Deer. You're seeing that with GP. Like, either they had a plan and just fumbled it, or they were just over their heads with running this team. Or another one, or they're bullshitting. Because they had help from the board. I only saw this on Facebook, so I don't know if it's true or not, but they were saying that the league was trying to help them, but you can only lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink. I wish we can get into more detail about what happened, but right now it's just a guessing game. I know there will be another Edmonton team, but we do have a few questions with that. It's, when will a team come back to Edmonton, and how do we fix this problem? We can't have teams folding in Edmonton year after year. The only way we fix the problem is to have a team being led by competent management. Simple as that. Like, every team wants to win. That's obvious. But teams in this league don't want their competition to fold. It just looks bad. They want to challenge and challenge beating the guys. So why have your competition fold every year? I get running a team is difficult. Like, every team has their own problems. So if you're having issues, why don't you reach out to the other franchises, the other guys in charge? I'm sure they're willing to help. Like, they're not going to give you cash to keep it going, but yeah, just ask for help. Of course, the board's willing to help out. Like, the AFL is a strong and great community. You just have to ask for help. This is a bad look for the league, but maybe worse for Edmonton, because how can guys go to Edmonton to play when they know, oh yeah, the team's going to fold in a year or two? Like, guys are willing to drive to Red Deer, Grand Prairie, or Cold Lake. It's like, yeah, it's fine. at least we know those those teams are going to stay to last. So we'll see what the future of Edmonton holds. I'm hoping for a bright future, but only time will tell. So going from that depressing stuff to something uplifting, and that's the season. Of course, once again, schedules changed. It kind of sucks, but on the positive light, we still have football. The only downside I hate is actually no downside. The one thing I like is the rivalries. It's we can build on that, get teams facing each other more than once. If Leduc was lightning quick about their folding, then we could have had Gators versus Irish. But it is what it is. So on to our week 1 matchup. Of course, only 2 games, and we're going to start with the Wolfpack versus the Cold Lake Fire Jets. So the Wolfpack will be traveling to Cold Lake to face the Jets. The Pack are a huge underdog in this game. The Jets are looking to take back the crown in the AFL, and they definitely mean business. The Jets have always had an amazing line, offense and defense, playmakers, great home crowd. Going to Cold Lake is tough to play. Cold Lake has only lost 1 game at home, and that was to the Gators, the national champs. The Wolfpack are young. They might be the youngest team in the league. I'm not sure. We don't have the stats on that. This game's going to be a welcoming party to the young guys on that team. We all know the Jets are going to win this game, but the big question is, by how much? I'm not going to give scores because, I'm going to be wrong. It's hard to predict scores of this one, but Jets over Pack. And to our second game, it's going to be the Bucks hosting the Cowboys. The Cowboys beat the Bucks in their last matchup, and will be looking to do the same. The Cowboys have a lot of potential this season to do great because there is a lot of hype going behind them. And I believe it starts here. This game will decide at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys have a better D-line. A lot of them were like first team all AFL. And I think the Cowboys can take advantage of that. The Bucks have done some great... Well, the Bucks do have some great talent on their roster. Some great young guys, and they have some old guys coming back to help the team. So it will be fun to see how those old vets knock off the rust and see how they play again. But if you guys seen my my ranking, I had the Cowboys over the Bucks. So clearly I'm going to take the Cowboys in this one. But I think this game will be a close one. But like I said, trenches, that's where it's going to be won in this game. And with only 2 games, that's it. Gators, they're going off to play the Suns. So that should be fun to see. I do hope they record it. Of course, that's great for the AFL. Bringing more junior guys into the fold. The Irish, they get to have a 2-week break. Must be nice. I was planning on going up there. But, of course, game got canceled. Thanks, Leduc. Jeez. But, 2 games. Let's see how it is. And that's the end of this week's show. Of course, it's short. Only 2 games. Not much to talk about yet. If you watched to the end, thank you. It'd be great if you can like and subscribe. That'd be a big help for me. For those playing this weekend, good luck. Be safe and have a great trip. And if you're watching, enjoy another great season of AFL football. You guys take care.